Evening. Welcome to the evening forecast discussion for October 13th, 2011. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino, and we have showers starting to rapidly develop throughout much of eastern Pennsylvania. Some of these showers are becoming heavy at times. Again, this is as of 9:50 p.m. And as we go on through the evening hours into the overnight hours and tomorrow morning, a lot of these showers are going to increase in coverage and become heavy at times because we're starting to develop a low-level jet stream that's basically a 850 millibar jet streak in the atmosphere that transports moisture and lifting into the northern mid-Atlantic. That will basically support the reasoning for widespread showers developing. We could start to see the lifting really starting to become enhanced over the northern mid-Atlantic on the infrared satellite picture. Again, the colder the cloud tops, or the lighter the colors here, the stronger the lifting from the surface to the upper levels, because if a cloud becomes colder, that means it's rising farther into the atmosphere, therefore stronger lifting. So we're seeing the stationary front slowly starting to move north, and it's going to eventually drive to the north and east through New England, because we're going to have this cold front here also drive to the northeast for tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon, as this strong area low pressure bombs out over Ontario. And that's going to drive periods of moderate to heavy rain for tomorrow afternoon and evening, followed by windy conditions tomorrow evening and to Saturday morning. Not going to be pretty if you're going out Friday night. So let's take a look at the forecast discussion here. Let's take a look at the model guidance. Using the GFS model guidance this evening, and what you can clearly see here is our upper level trough lifting to the northeast. We have a negatively tilted trough and a cold front that will be moving through the region tomorrow morning into tomorrow evening. Now, the good news is that this cold front does move fast, so if you have any plans for tomorrow evening, the rain will be exiting, but then you're going to deal with strong winds because the pressure gradient is going to be pretty strong. So I'm looking at 10 to 20 mile per hour winds, possibly reaching as high as 15 to 30 miles per hour with higher gusts up to 45 miles per hour. But I think that's going to be more isolated in nature. But still, you can see the strong pressure gradient setting up over the region Friday night, tomorrow night, into Saturday morning. Then as we move into Saturday, the high pressure system will take control. We'll have excellent weather conditions this weekend, although a bit cool. Temperatures back into the lower 60s, but again, at least it'll be dry and rather pleasant. By next week, we have to keep an eye on this disturbance here. It's also showing up on pretty much all the model guidance. And to be honest, the GFS has picked it up first a couple of days ago. And we're going to watch to see exactly how this feature develops and intensifies, because what we have in place here is a pattern that will support the development of a coastal low and the potential for some pretty good rainfall Wednesday into Thursday. So it looks like it could be a rather interesting event setting up for the middle of next week. Again, all rain, of course, but with the cooler air driving in, I wouldn't be surprised if portions of the highest interior, we're talking about above 2,500 feet, seeing some sleet mixed into here as the rainfall departs. And thereafter, high pressure returns for the end of next week with cool conditions in place. Temperatures will average below normal in the 40s for lows and in the upper 50s to lower 60s for highs. And that's along the coast. Over the interior, I would not be surprised if we see some 30s in northeastern Pennsylvania and northwestern New Jersey by the end of next week. That is your evening forecast discussion. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Of course, you can follow NYNJPA Weather at nyNJPAweather.com and on Twitter and Facebook at NYNJPA Weather. Have a good evening. Good night.